We're going to get another one in the New Testament too. But the question is, how you know if you listening to the right preacher, or if you in the same right assembly or whatever. What it say though? Malachi 2:7. What it say?
For the precepts should be kept knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth.
So what you supposed to be seeking from the mouth of the preacher or the priest is the law of God. You feel me? Now majority of the priests or the preachers gonna tell you we're not under the law and you ain't gotta keep it because can't nobody keep it. But your question is, well, how do I know if he's false? I know if y'all false. How do I know if I should be listening? Which is an excellent question. You should be able to ask that and then get your answer. So
he is the messenger of the Lord.
And he a messenger? He said to bring the word, right? Well, you supposed to be seeking the law from his mouth. The instructions from God, the do's and the don'ts. Homosexuality is an abomination according to the law of the God of that Bible right there. So that's easy. If you know Eddie Long is being a sodomite messing with men, you understand? It's time to go. It's time to bring the correction to him and get up out of there. We warn him, like, unless you repent, you're going down for that. You feel me? Because the Lord is never mocked. Whatever you plant, you got to reap that. And that's what he put out. And then judgment came quick. You know what I'm saying? That was all from the Lord. All right, what else to say?
It says, but ye are departed out of the way. Ye have caused many to stumble at the law. Ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi. Save the Lord of hosts.
Save the Lord. So look, it caused many to stumble at the law. They tell you in the doctrine, you ain't got to keep the law of God that's done away with. That died on the cross with Jesus. Feel me? All that was nailed to the cross with Jesus. That's what's taught. But we read contrary right here in the book. And it's saying you can cause many to stumble at the law. You feel me? You corrupted the priesthood. You see? But look, they still collect tithes though. Tithes is a law. Like how you say we're not under the law, but you got people thinking tithing is money. And you collecting it faithfully every week. Somebody ain't telling the whole truth. You know what I'm saying? What else to say, sister?
It says, therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people, according as ye have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law.
You've been partial.
So they only went part the way.
They only tell you what benefits them. Like pay your tithes, church. All right? Well, you know murder is wrong and adultery is wrong, but what about the Shabbat day? Sabbath day. Oh, we ain't got to do that no more. Now you know it's a trend. Every time you bring up stuff we supposed to be doing, they'll say, oh, we ain't got to do that no more. That was nailed to the cross with Jesus. They're being partial in the law of God. You know what I'm saying? I give you another witness. Go to Isaiah chapter 8.
You went down
7 through 9. Malachi chapter 2, 7 through 9.
Now you're going to
Isaiah 8 and 20. The book of Isaiah 8 and 20. Then we're going to get into the New Testament saying the same thing. Yes, ma'am. Isaiah 8 and 20. So that's a good question. You know what I'm saying? If I'm coming to listen to the word, what should be coming off the priest's mouth? The commandments or instructions of God. That's what. And all the stories in the Bible was about how our people decided to do what they wanted to do and it cost them dearly. Whenever they did what God said, he blessed them and fought against their enemies and all that confounded. But whenever we decided to do whatever we wanted to do, I ain't trying to hear all that. He turned his back on us and allowed them to jack us up. That's the whole moral of the Bible. It's do's and don'ts. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be blessed, do the word. Don't just be a hearer of the word, be a doer of it. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to be cursed and, you know what I'm saying, generational curses and all that, well, go ahead and rebel. Go ahead and rebel, and that's what's going to happen to you. You feel me? Isaiah 8 and 20. What's up with it, bro? How you been?
How you doing? How you been? That's good. Good to see you.
Look, Jay. Says to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
If that is to the law and to the testimony. So that's to the law of God
It says, to the law and to the testimony.
Yeah.
If they speak not according to this word.
That Bible right there, this word.
Because there is no light in them.
They
carry a darkness within them.
So why are you following darkness?
See, excellent question. And the Bible have a straightforward answer. So now you know what you're supposed to be listening to. No matter when you're going to hear the word, we should be hearing about the commandments of the Most High.
So therefore, I know that me being taught theology, the breakdown of it all, I'm being taught right. Because it's all about these scriptures, going from, like you're doing in me, going from scripture to scripture, and showing proof of the word of God.
And then it's about the understanding, because we can read all that all day, but you never arrive at an understanding of what's being said. You feel me? But many of our people hold it. They'll read one line, close it, and then go on the spiel. They go on the spiel. But you'll leave out just as confused when you came in. But he'll beg you for amen. Can I get an amen? Right? You know, what does amen mean? You know what that means?
You're supposed to agree that you know what they saying, but if you don't agree, you ain't supposed to say it.
Right. So amen is exactly. You agree because you believe what's being said. Amen or amana is Hebrew for faith. You feel me? Or belief. I can say amen because I believe, I agree with what you're saying because I believe that. That's the truth. That's coming out the scripture. You feel me? But you can't force an amen out of somebody. They don't know what's going on. Can I get an amen? Everybody say amen, but don't know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? So again, it's a lot of deception going on. It's about understanding. What all you're getting, the scripture say, get understanding. If you don't understand it, then there's a problem. I got just one more for you. John 3 and 34. I think that's it. Yeah, John 3 and 34.
But you know what I want you to do? I'm gonna give you these scriptures. When you go to your Bible study or whenever you go to church, ask your pastor, how do you know which pastor to choose? Same question you just gave him. Get it to your pastor and see if he give you the script. See if he leads you in the script. And if he don't, you take him to the script and say, well, can you read these 3 scriptures for me? Just like he just told you to read it. You do him the same way.
You gotta write the Bible word.
Just read
John 3 and 34.
John 3
Yes,
and
ma'am.
34.
They give it so the preacher will be able to try to
8 and 20.
Yeah.
We just did that. We just did.
Oh, yeah, did that?
You wasn't listening. Tootie over there in your ear. She just read it to the law and to the testimony.
And it says,
now this is New Testament.
this is John 3 and 34. For he whom God has sent speaketh the words of God. For God giveth not the Spirit by measure unto him.
Yeah, he speaks the words of God. It ain't opinion. Feel me? It ain't, well, I feel or whatever. It's the word, which is the command of God.
Now, the reason, let me take you back real quick. The reason why I asked that is because we were talking about Eddie Hall and T.D. Jakes and Buffalo, you know, all these pastors out here. But when you watch them on TV, they talk about some of the scripture, you know, some of the stuff you can kind of say, okay, well, yeah, you know, on the based on some of those sermons.
No doubt.
But then you don't know what to believe when you see that they're not givers to the people.
Yeah.
They're saying it, but they're not doing it.
Yeah. So the scriptures say, be a doer of the word. Grab James. When you're done with that, grab James 1 and 20. James 1, like 20 through 22. It say, don't just be a hearer of the word, but a doer. You got to put that into action. Do is action.
You said James
1 and 20. And 1:20 through 22.
You said be doers of the word.
And it said you deceiving yourself if you just hearing it, but you're not applying it. What's the point of you hearing the word? You got to put that into action. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's just entertainment at that point. Like what you? That was instruction for you, so you can know how to move and maneuver out here. Yeah, we can get into more, but I mean that's an excellent question. But real basic answer, sister, is you supposed to be hearing the commandments of the Most High.
Do Jay have my phone?
And then we get into Revelations after that too, the last book. You feel me? Christ right there in the last book letting you know if you want the tree of life, if you want eternal life, you better be doing them commandments. It's a blessing if you're doing the commandments.
Right there now. That's at Matthew 19.
Matthew 19.
Matthew 19:16.
That should go up under.
And that's the question that we all ask. How do we get eternal life?
Okay, Matthew
16.
That's after John.
Yeah, it's commandments in faith.
Matthew
like,
8.
You gotta believe in what you're doing.
19.
Matthew 19
Yeah,
or what?
16, like 17, something like that.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. I think it's like 1 and 20. 20.
Said 1 and 20.
Yeah, James chapter 1.
I was in John.
James chapter 1, 20 to like 22, something like that.
For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God.
Yes, they were tight like this.
Read on down to 22.
Wherefore, lay apart all filthiness.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, y'all real too loud.
Wherefore, lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness an engrafted word which is able to save your soul.
Wow.
But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own self.
Yeah. So once you hear the word or the command, now you got to do it. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a calculus equation. It ain't nothing fancy. It's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be hearing the instructions or the commands from the Most High, from Him, so you know how to maneuver in your life when you out here. You know what I'm saying? That way you make a wise decision and not a foolish decision. I got another one for you. Go to Revelation. This is a beautiful one right here. Revelation, last chapter, chapter 22.
Would that be wine?
Revelation chapter 22.
Revelation is the book of hope. And a lot of people are scared of
it. It's the fifth gospel. Because it's the revealing of the Messiah. And if you on his side, it's beautiful. You're like, oh, okay. Oh, that's real. Yeah.
We have one.
That's going
What's in that box?
Revelation 22.
Revelation 22.
Yes, ma'am. 14 through 16.
22, 14 through 16.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you get to that man right there. Get to that man right there.
Let me get a little chicken in my sister. Don't wait.
Get to that man right there.
14.
Revelation 22 and Revelation 22?
22.
Start at 12 if you can.
12.
Revelation 22, verse 12 through 16.
That's why, you know what?
12 said, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be.
Now this is the Messiah.
I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last.
So he's saying he's coming quickly, and he's giving to every man according as his work. So whatever you done did on this earth, or in your life, either righteous or wicked, you got to get paid for it. If you did righteousness, you're gonna be rewarded. If you done wickedness, you're gonna get judged for it. You see? So he said, his whole thing at his return is about being a judge. It ain't late. Y'all remember Little House on the Prairie back in the day? Yeah. You roll up and roll down the hill, and you get a soothing feeling about old boy coming home. But about the Messiah returning, it's all war. Like he already showed up and was a humble lamb and got sacrificed. He's coming back as a conquering lion. To lay the nations flat, you know what I'm saying, to go to war with anybody been tripping with him, and to gather his faithful, his people. You feel me? So he said, I'm coming to judge. I'm coming to hand out judgment. You know what I'm saying? Either rewards or punishments. And he said he coming quick. He ain't gonna be playing around, especially in this hour when you seen all the signs happening. You know what I'm saying? You seen all the signs and everything happening, all the prophecies and all that. You get it there? Okay. Oh, okay. That's what y'all saying. Okay.
And 14 says, "Blessed are they that do His commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life."
Oh, that's so beautiful. You hear that? Let's read that again. That you read that.
Blessed are they that do His commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life.
You see that?
And may enter in through the gates into the city.
Now the city is what? That's the kingdom of heaven. You see, so you get a blessing for doing the commandments that you may have right to the tree of life. But Adam and Eve never got. They got kicked out the garden before they partook of the tree of life. We going right back to the garden in the end, the New Jerusalem, heaven on earth. You understand? And if you doing the commandments, you get right to the tree of life. This for somebody else. All right, then you may enter in through the gates of the city. Commandments get you into the kingdom. Okay, go ahead.
For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
Now those are all laws that have been broke.
Right now, that's sorcerers too.
Idolaters, them all laws that's been broke. You feel me? You mean you worshiping another god? You feel me? A sorcerer is a druggist. Whether you talking about the cat selling crack on the streets or Walgreens, the pharmacists at Walgreens, it's all sorcery. And Most High gave herbs to heal the body. You feel me? Not something that had you chemically dependent on it. You take too many Advils, you're gonna be dead.
So the
You smoke
drug
too
dealer
much.
would be considered
A sorcerer. Yeah, a drug dealer is a
And I never
sorcerer.
looked at it like that.
That's a sorcerer.
We looked that up in detail the other week.
I always thought a sorcerer was someone who practiced witchcraft.
That's what
and
witchcraft
does
is.
evil.
That's what I thought.
That's
You
what
know,
that is.
So that's what it is, because that's evil to poison people's minds and have them under control of controlled substance.
Yeah. That's what a sorcerer is. It's
Ain't
witchcraft.
that deep? Witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that deep?
So those that are not getting into the kingdom are those that are against the laws of God. Now again, we named off Creflo earlier. We named off a few cats, right? But if you listen to them, they tell you that the laws of God are death. Creflo tell you even the Big Ten, even the Ten Commandments. You feel me? Now he's a world-renowned pastor, and everybody loves him. But he's teaching death to you. He's teaching you not to have right to the tree of life, because that's what the devil told Eve in the beginning. He said, "What did God command you?" She say, "Well, He commanded this, this, and that." He say, "You ain't gotta listen to that." He just know He don't want you to have no fun. See, so if anybody comes telling you real smooth that you don't have to keep the commandments of God or listen to him, that's the devil. It don't matter what color he is, how smooth he talk, it don't matter. He teaching you something that's going to get you eternal damnation. You see? So that's an excellent question what you had asked. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to know what that is. Like if somebody was to ask you, what is sin? Like what's sin? You know what sin is according to the Bible?
Yeah, sin is, breaking the laws of God.
There you go. You know how many people don't know that? See, many people don't even know when you say just doing wrong. What's doing wrong? Doing bad. What's doing bad? You know what I'm saying? It's doing bad according to your feelings or according to what God said. And then what does He call it? He calls that sinning, which means if you break a law, you're a criminal. So that means you're a criminal in the eyes of God. So whoever He sends teaches the word of the Most High.
Okay, 16 says, I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star.
You see that? So it's judgment coming, or it's reward coming. I want the tree of life, you know what I'm saying? Now, if his own mouth, he say, well, this is what it is. Now, if there's people teaching you don't have to do it, but we read clearly where if you want into the kingdom, you better be doing it. You know what I'm saying? At that point, who do we believe? Are we so caught up in the social atmosphere of being around these folks that we can't call a spade because the preacher is just smooth talking and dressed well? We got to get past that. So is the serpent. So is the devil. He transforms into an angel of light. He speaks smooth. You see what I'm saying? So, like once again, sister, excellent question, but you got your answer. Hearing the commandments of the Most High. You feel me?
You have studied. You have studied.
I get down with it.
I know a lot of scriptures and how to go with this, but I have to do so much research, so that's good because it just flows through.
All praise to the Most High. Our God is real. You know, I ain't nothing special. You know, I just try my best to be a servant. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't finna pass no collection plate around here 20 times either. You know what I'm saying? Break you. It's to tell you, teach the word for free. You know what I'm saying? Because these eternal Jews, they can get you into the kingdom. That's what it's about.
The parents of South Carolina, North Carolina, Big Daddy.
Who? Big Daddy.
And there was this lady, she was working for this private non-profit organization. She robbed people for like $5 million, gave like $3 million to a church.
Yeah, it's some bowls here if y'all want to go ahead and start eating. Hurry up and get y'all something.
And like, man, the fans walk in, they throw money at the man.
Y'all want chicken fried rice?
And then the Messiah himself saying that Matthew the 15th chapter that he's not here to destroy the law of the prophets. And that wasn't his mission. His whole mission is to fulfill. You feel me? Now everything ain't been fulfilled. Like he ain't returned, established his kingdom, gathered his people. You know what I'm saying? So that means you still got to keep the commandments. It's just about having faith in the Messiah. That's the only difference. You know what I'm saying? It's some people that know or believe what we believe, but they don't believe in the Messiah, in which they tripping. But that's a commandment too. You know what I'm saying?
Can you give me the
What's that, bro? Yeah. Yeah, you can do that.
Because you had made that sermon.
Let's do that too. That's a good one. Matthew 10 and 7. 1 Corinthians 9, 16 through 18 too. Tell you, Paul said, he's like, I teach the gospel free. You know what I'm saying?
You said Matthew what?
10 and 7. Probably 5 through 7 is better. Read like Matthew 10, 5 through 7.
Matthew 5 through 7. Matthew
10. Verse 5 through 7. Matthew 10, verse 5 through 7. And 1 Corinthians 9. 1 Corinthians 9. I think it's 16 through 18. That's another one too.
Can I get the scriptures for what? Defiling the temple.
Yeah, that's a good one. That goes into idol worship and all that.
Right.
Ezekiel 22. Ezekiel 22, 3 through 4. Ezekiel 23, verse 7 and verse 30. You'll see it's that idolatry. Psalms 96, verse 4 through 6. That's all the gods of the nations are idols. All right, and then the excellent stories also that you know about the Maccabees. When they defiled the temple by bringing the worship of that's First Maccabees chapter 1 to chapter 4. And then that's 1 Corinthians 3, 16 through 18 about those that defiled the temple. 3, 16 through 18.
You did a study on this before, but I lost my
yeah.
It's not so much of what you put in your body.
Yeah, I mean, it's for one, it's what's coming out, but see, what comes out of you is what you teaching. What you teaching is your indoctrination. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I was reading Numbers, and I was reading. Jay, that's the wrong foot. That's wrong. I was reading Numbers, and it was saying that they were sinning even. The food they was eating. He kept saying,
pagan days.
He kept saying, y'all sinning, y'all eating this idol food.
Yeah, that was food offered to idols. So when you eating like feasting for a false god, which is all them pagan days, whether it's the Easter ritual, Christmas and all that, like all those are rituals of the god. Yeah. No, that's part of it too. That's spiritual fornication. Like when you deal with another god in name or in like ritual. You feel me? Like you're committing fornication against the God of the Bible. Because he already got his feast days and how we supposed to be worshiping him. You know what I'm saying? And that's another attack because they'll tell you that you ain't got to keep the commandments of the Most High. That means Passover is null and void. That means the Feast of Weeks is null and void. That means the trumpets, the Feast of Tabernacles. Everything that Christ, the Messiah, did, you saying don't do, but then you'll go trick-or-treating. Which is clearly a satanic holiday. A small research will show you that. You know what I'm saying? That got to do with that's one of the devil's highest Sabbaths is Halloween. No matter even if you try to dress it up. Thanksgiving was a slaughtering of the natives. You know what I'm saying?
Did you know that? Yeah. Thanksgiving was a
slaughter. They slaughtered the natives, and through a feast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got Christmas. You got Christmas in there, which was the winter solstice to a false god. The Romans used to get down in drunken parties and homosexual acts. All that ain't got nothing to do with the Messiah of the Bible. There's a lot of things that we do religiously that can't be found in the Scripture, but they can be found as connected to false gods. So in essence, you're still being an idolater. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing things that, I remember the bumper sticker. What WWJD? What would Jesus do? He kept the commands of his Father. He never sinned. You feel me? Even down to the feast.
They should have never said, what would Jesus do? This is all about the principles and the laws of God.
Yeah, that's right. You feel me? He wasn't, like Christ never did any, he wasn't on no Easter egg hunts. You feel me? Nor the disciples after. See? Which is actually the worship of another God. Idolatry. You know what I'm saying? Like all this in there. Well, I see you over there, boy. What you on, man? Yeah, she wrote them down on 1 Corinthians 9.
Nothing changed. That's cool.
Yeah, like again, Scripture tell you just don't be drunk.
This is preacher right here.
They want to get into what is that?
Preacher sweet that.
Hey, did you
one
look
of the
at
super laws of the church, the supreme law? Give and throw money when he is in your presence.
Oh yeah, they pimping, man.
The supreme law.
They pimping and they extorting the people. They got to answer for that though.
They don't have to answer. They gonna die horrible deaths and they gonna pay.
And then the people being deceived. Because the scriptures say, take heed that you not deceived. It always says that. Like, it's on you to make sure you not deceived. Like you just asked that question. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got no bag.
Why not? Plain or chicken?
I'm plain. Sweet and sour.
Everybody eat sweet and sour.
That's a lot you don't want right. That she is.
She made
that she is.
Outside trying to see what's up.
Yeah, so I know they want to get into the head cut and all that. And we started a little session real quick.
Before they pray in.
No games.
That's me, right?
Yeah. I think he got one over there. The booster came in with a little something right over there. Yeah, everybody's fire, huh?
It's plain and it's fire.